Hi, beautiful people. It's me, Yanni, and welcome to Yanniverse. For today's video, I'm taking you along with me so you can see what a typical day in my life here in Okinawa looks like. It's nothing too fancy, just a little glimpse into my everyday life. And this is the view from our room. We usually keep this closed, but I opened it today just to show you guys. May bagyo nga pala dito, but thankfully it wasn't as bad as everyone expected. And whenever I wake up, dumidiretso agad ako sa banyo kasi nasanay ako sa Pilipinas na every morning nagpapawas. And honestly, I think it's a really good habit. You should practice it too because it's good for your stomach. And of course, I brush my teeth too. Sorry sa mga nasusuka kapag nakakakita ng taong nagtutoothbrush just like Elena. I think I get it now why she doesn't like seeing people doing this. Kasi it's a little gross or I don't know. After that, I wash my face. I'm currently using Geisha white soap but I don't leave it on my face for too long since it's a bleaching soap. Minsan naman ginagamit ko yung face wash ni Brandon and honestly girl, mas marami pa siyang skincare products kaysa sa akin, sa totoo lang. Which is honestly very convenient as well because I can just borrow them anytime. Itong headband na to, galing pa to ng Pilipinas Day and I usually wear this one kapag naiirita ako sa bangs ko. After washing my face, I use tissue to dry it instead of a regular towel because I feel like it's gentler on my skin and especially since our face is pretty sensitive, you can definitely use a face towel too. Just make sure it's clean and soft so it won't irritate your skin. And here's Riku guys. Whenever I wake up, siya talaga yung una kong pinapakain. Although minsan, napapakain naman na siya ni Brandon bago pa ako magising since mas maaga siya nagigising kesa sa akin. He's honestly even cuter in person and nung una ko siyang nakita, I was so amazed kasi ang laki pala niya compared sa videos and pictures na nakita ko before. And when I first got here, medyo nahirapan ako makipag-close sa kanya since hindi siya sanay na may ibang tao sa bahay. But look at us now, lumalapit na yan sa akin and clingy na lalo na kapag nasa couch or bed ko.
Save it to your notes.
I saved it
I
already.
put the recipe and the instructions in there, okay?
Yes.
I need you to save it. Don't forget.
Meow. You already eat. Riku. Riku taba. Riku taba.
He's not taba, he's healthy.
Ito naman yung mga seasonings na gagamitin natin mamaya for our chicken sous vide. Ang daming seasonings na binili ni Brandon na nakastock lang sa cabinet. Feeling ko, kaya ko na magluto ng kahit ano dito eh. Pero syempre, with the help of YouTube and Google. And by the way, never mawawala ang rice sa kahit anong meal. Rice is life. Since uunahin ko munang i-marinate yung chicken and hindi pa ako nakakapagluto ng kanin, eto muna yung kakainin ko. Super sarap na tong Hawaiian rolls, like, I swear. Sabi ni Brandon, mas masarap daw itong original. Pero for me, mas gusto ko pa rin yung buttery version na una naming nabili. Next time, yun na talaga ipapabili ko. At least ngayon, alam ko na kung anong difference nila. As you can see, dalawa lang yung kinuha kong bread kasi kapag pinarami ko, baka mabusog na agad ako at hindi na makakain ng kanin, which is not good for me because I need rice every day. So ayan, nilagay ko lang siya sa microwave for 2 minutes and let's just wait. After 2 minutes, eto na siya. Here's my Hawaiian bread rolls. Para lang din siyang pandesalte. Medyo mahal nga lang itong Hawaiian rolls dito kahit simpleng bread lang siya pero parang lahat naman expensive no? So ayan, kain-kain ka muna dyan girl. Alam nyo ba, ang init pa ng bread dyan pero kinaya ng bibig kong kainin agad. Hindi ko alam kung mataas tolerance ko sa may init na pagkain or talagang patay gutom lang ako. Pero masarap naman talaga siya te. Talaga, masarap siya. Mas masarap nga lang yung isa, yung buttery version. Now, let's get this big mixing bowl because dito natin nilalagay yung chicken habang minamarinate natin. Pero bago tayo magsimula, isasalang ko muna yung rice para mamaya ready na siya and I'll just keep it warm habang niluluto ko yung ulam. Dinadamihan ko na rin yung niluluto kong kanin kasi minsan, napapakain din si Brandon ng rice. Pero most of the time, chicken, broccoli, at sweet potatoes lang talaga kinakain niya. Feeling ko, kumakain lang siya ng rice kapag naaamoy niya yung niluluto ko at natatakam siya. But yeah, he's staying fit and locked in on his diet. He's trying to lose weight and I support him for that. Actually, ang disciplined niya pagdating sa pagkain. Minsan ako pa yung nagsasabi ng, sure ka? Gusto mo kahit konting rice? Tapos sasabihin niya, I'm good. Samantalang ako, habang sinasabi kong isang cup of rice lang kakainin ko, nag-iisip na ako kung kukuha pa ba ako ng second serving. Pero to be fair, nai-inspire din ako maging mas mindful sa kinakain ko ngayon. Hindi man ako kasing disciplined niya, at least napapaisip ako minsan kung kailangan ko pa ba talaga ng extra rice, kahit ang ending, oo pa rin yung sagot. Time to measure all the seasonings for our chicken sous-vide. May wet and dry ingredients tayong ilalagay kaya tumitingin ako sa recipe from time to time. Kasi gusto kong siguraduhin na tama yung measurements ko. Ayokong sumablay agad. Share ko lang guys, yung preparation ko before ako pumunta dito. First is, I applied for the visa kasi kailangan yun dito and when my visa got approved, hindi ko siya pinagkalat kasi baka ma-jinx or whatever. Ang dami pa namang evil eye sa paligid, mga nagpapanggap na happy para sa'yo pero deep inside, hinihiling yung downfall mo. Anyway, so when I got my visa, nag-prepare na agad ako ng papers and nag-research about immigration kasi yun talaga nagpapakaba sa akin ng malalate. Kasi nga, first time kong lumabas ng bansa and ang dami kong nakikitang video sa TikTok about offload kahit complete naman documents nila. Fast forward, nung nasa immigration na ako, wala sila masyadong tinanong and I was so grateful na sa Cebu ako dumaan kasi ang bait ng IO na nag-cater sa akin. Parang 4 to 5 minutes lang ata ako sa kanya tapos sinataka na yung passport ko. It was a smooth process but maybe because he was with me kaya wala sila masyadong tinanong. I don't know. Okay, so ngayon tapos na natin ihalo lahat ng seasoning. So, mekos-mekos mo na yan, insan. Napansin namin na mas manipis yung chicken breast na nabili namin this time compared to last time. So, nagdagdag kami ng isa pang pack. Syempre, nag-measure ulit ako ng seasonings para doon. Pero hindi ko na na-video yung part na yon. Basta eto na siya, nicely coated na lahat. Lalagyan na lang natin ng takip at ilalagay sa fridge and we'll leave it there for 72 years. Charot! Actually, it depends on you. Pero based on our experience, the longer you marinate, the better it tastes. Dahil tapos na tayo sa chicken, beef naman ang susunod nating i-marinate. Pinili talaga to ni Brandon para sa akin lang. Pero minsan, pinapakain ko rin naman siya na itong beef. Sharing is caring, di ba? Yung recipe na ito, nakita ko lang online. So, sinusunod ko lang talaga yung measurements. Kaya, wag niyo akong i-judge kung may mali man. Nung nasa Pilipinas pa ako, nagluluto rin naman ako sa bahay. Kaso nga lang, madalang. Dito feeling ko pwede na akong ilaban for MasterChef eh. Madami na kasi akong alam na lutuin here. And salamat sa mga tutorials na nakikita ko online. Sana mabuhay pa kayo ng matagal para marami pa tayong magawang recipe. Beef tapa pala to guys. Ewan ko ba, simula nung matikman ko ang beef tapa, naging favorite ko na siya bukod sa beef steak. Gusto ko rin i-try lutuin yung beef salpicao pero hindi pa ako nakakapanood ng tutorial nun so maybe next time. Baka may suggestions kayong luto ng beef dyan guys, suruan nyo naman ako or pwedeng i-comment nyo dyan kapag pinapanood nyo to. I never thought I'd enjoy cooking this much. Before, feeling kong hassle magluto eh. Isipin mo pa lang yung paghihiwa, paghahanda ng ingredients, tapos hugasan mo pa lahat pagkatapos. Parang mas madaling umorder na lang talaga eh, no? Pero ever since I started cooking more often, especially here in Okinawa, na-appreciate ko talaga siya. Hindi lang dahil nakakatipid, pero iba rin talaga yung feeling kapag ikaw mismo yung gumawa ng pagkain. Alam mo kung anong ingredients ang nilagay mo, pwede mong i-adjust kung gusto mong mas maalat, mas matamis, o mas garlicky. Tapos napansin ko rin na ang dami ko palang natututunan. Dati, hindi ko alam kung paano mag-marinate ng maayos, kung gaano katagal dapat lutuin yung beef para hindi matigas. Ngayon, hindi pa rin ako expert pero at least hindi na ako kinakabahan tuwing magluluto. Isa rin sa mga favorite kong gawin yung mag-experiment. Minsan dadagdagan ko ng konting garlic, minsan mas maraming pepper, tapos titingnan ko kung ano yung mas masarap. Parang trial and error lang hanggang mahanap mo yung version na gusto mo. And honestly, Cooking has become one of those little moments where I can just slow down. Walang pressure. I'm just here in the kitchen, preparing food, listening to music, and enjoying the process. Kaya kung marunong man kayo magluto or nagsisimula pa lang, don't be afraid to try. Hindi naman kailangan perfect agad eh. Every time you cook, may bago kang natututunan. And who knows, baka one day maging favorite recipe nyo rin itong beef tapa. Isa rin nga pala sa mga adjustments ko dito sa Okinawa is finding ingredients. May mga pagkain na sobrang dali lang hanapin sa Pilipinas pero medyo challenge dito. Kaya minsan kailangan talagang maghanap ng alternative or umikot sa iba't ibang grocery stores. Habang nakamarinate yung beef, maghugas muna tayo ng plato dito. Konti lang naman sila pero nakakairita kapag may nakikita akong hugasin sa lababo. And baka sabihin nyo, diyan ka lang naman masipag maghugas ng plato eh. Pero promise, naghuhugas din naman ako sa Pilipinas. Kaso nga lang dito, kailangan ko na talaga siyang gawin. Wala na akong choice. I think washing the dishes is actually my favorite household chore. Mas pipiliin ko pa to kaysa maglaba, magwalis o maglinis ng banyo. Ewan ko ba, pero ang satisfying kasi sa pakiramdam kapag malinis na ulit yung lababo at wala ka nang nakikitang kalat. Parang ang gaan lang tingnan ng kusina pagkatapos. Tsaka mas gusto ko ring magluto kapag malinis yung paligid ko. Feeling ko mas nakakagana gumawa ng pagkain kapag organized at wala kang iniisip na huhugasan pa pagkatapos. Tapos ang sarap din sa feeling kapag tapos ka ng kumain at wala ka ng tambak na hugasin na naghihintay sa'yo. After that, nag-vacuum naman ako ng floor. Ginagawa ko talaga to almost every day. Wala kasi kaming walis dito like the ones we usually use sa Pilipinas or maybe meron sa Filipino stores, I'm just not sure. Pero honestly, this vacuum is a lifesaver. Sobrang satisfying gamitin at ang linis talaga ng bahay pagkatapos. At first, medyo nanibago ako kasi sa Pilipinas, sanay talaga akong walis na ginagamit. Parang automatic na yun, di ba? Dito naman, halos vacuum talaga yung gamit namin. Parang ang sarap pa niyang gamitin kasi kita mo talagang nalilinis niya yung floor. Pero syempre, hindi ibig sabihin na dahil nagva-vacuum ako araw-araw, sobrang linis na ng bahay namin palagi. May mga araw pa rin na paglingon ko, may buhok na ulit sa sahig. Minsan iniisip ko, saan pa nagkagaling to? Nakakalbo na ba ako? Feeling ko talaga may sariling buhay yung mga alikabok yan, no? Kapag nakita nilang tapos ka na maglinis, saka sila lalabas. And buti na lang wala nang bagyo today, so medyo maliwanag na ulit sa labas. So, since my beef was still marinating, I decided to open my laptop for a bit. Nag-reply ako sa ilang comments sa TikTok at Facebook, tapos nagbasa rin ng ilang messages. Speaking of messages, I'm actually the type of person na sobrang bagal mag-reply minsan. It's not because I don't like talking to people. I just have days where I don't really feel like socializing unless it's something important, it's from my family, or it's someone I'm really close to. Pero kapag gusto ko talaga makipag-connect sa isang tao, whether it's a close friend, someone I genuinely enjoy talking to, or someone I really value as a person, mapapansin mo naman. Mabilis ako mag-reply, nagtatanong ako pabalik, and I actually put effort into keeping the conversation going. I think my energy speaks for itself when I genuinely want to build a friendship or stay connected with someone. And at the same time, I'm also the type of person who matches energy. If I feel like someone isn't interested in talking to me or parang napipilitan lang makipag-usap, I don't take it personally. I just give them the same space they seem to want, and I'd rather spend my energy on people who genuinely enjoy having me around than force a connection that isn't really there. So if matagal akong mag-reply sa'yo, hindi kita ini-ignore. Promise. Delayed lang talaga yung social battery ko. After replying to a few comments and messages, I spent a little more time on my laptop. Honestly, I can sit here for hours without even noticing the time, especially when I'm editing videos, planning content, or just randomly browsing the internet. Minsan, sasabihin ko lang sa sarili ko, just 5 minutes. Tapos pagtingin ko sa oras, isang oras na palang lumipas. Tapos sasabihin ko ulit, okay, last 5 minutes na talaga. So, alam niyo na kung paano nagtatapos yun. Kapag nag-edit naman ako ng videos, mas malala. May times na isang clip lang yung tinititigan ko ng ilang minuto kasi iniisip ko kung okay na ba yung transition o kung bagay ba yung background music. Minsan, iniisip ko tuloy kung ako lang ba yung makakapansin ng mga binabago ko, pero ginagawa ko pa rin. And then, there's content planning. Akala ng iba, ang hirap lang is mag-film. Pero honestly, minsan mas matagal pa ako mag-isip kung anong next video kaysa sa actual na pagkuha ng clips. Gusto ko kasi yung mga videos na ina-upload ko, kahit simple lang, may kwento pa rin at may personality. Tapos syempre, hindi mawawala yung random browsing. Minsan may hahanapin lang ako isang recipe or isang video. After a few minutes, ewan ko na kung paano ako napunta sa panonood ng videos tungkol sa penguins, home organization, o mga taong nagre-restore ng lumang gamit. Ang internet talaga, ang galing mang-distract. I don't know if spending hours on my laptop is a good thing or a bad thing. Probably both. Kasi dito rin naman ako nag-edit, nagpa-plan ng content, at ginagawa yung mga bagay na gusto ko. Ang kailangan ko lang talagang matutunan is kung paano umiwas sa rabbit holes ng internet. Kasi hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin siya na-achieve. Okay, enough sitting around. Let's finally cook this beef because your girl is already hungry. At this point, yung amoy pa lang ng marinade, lalo na akong ginutom. Parang habang mas matagal mo siyang tinitingnan, mas lalo kang nag-crave eh. I'll just turn on the stove, let the pan heat up for a bit, and then in goes our marinated beef. One thing I've learned is huwag masyadong madaliin yung pan. Gusto ko talagang mainit na siya bago ko ilagay yung beef para mas maganda yung pag-sear at mas lumabas yung flavor. You know what guys, every time I cook this, kinakabahan pa rin ako ng konti kahit ilang beses ko na siyang nagawa. I'm always like, please lang, lumabas kang masarap. Kasi alam niyo na, minsan kahit pareho lang naman yung recipe, iba pa rin yung kalalabasan. May araw na perfect yung timpla, tapos may araw naman na mapapaisip ka kung ano ba talaga ang nangyari. Pero siguro ganun talaga kapag nagluluto. Isa sa mga natutunan ko is huwag masyadong galawin yung beef. Dati halo ako ng halo kasi feeling ko baka masunog. Yun pala, mas okay na hayaan mo na siyang mag-sear bago haluin. Little by little, natututo rin talaga ako sa mga simpleng bagay. Habang niluluto ko to, grabe na rin yung amoy sa kusina. Feeling ko kung may smell-o-vision lang sa YouTube, mas lalo kayong magugutom. Promise, ang bango niya talaga. Yung garlic, soy sauce at pepper, nagsasama-sama na. Ito yung part na gusto mo nang kumuha ng isang piraso para tikman. Pero kailangan mo munang magpigil kasi hindi pa luto. Habang naghihintay, iniisip ko na rin kung ilang cups ng rice ang kakainin ko. Kasi let's be honest, hindi pwedeng beef tapa tapos konting kanin lang. Okay, mukhang ready na siya and there we have it. Finally done. Ang bango niya, promise. Hindi ko man kayo mapakain through the screen. Sana man lang na iparamdam ko kung gaano kasarap yung amoy. Ngayon, ililipat na natin siya sa bowl. Favorite part ko rin talaga to kasi ito yung moment na masasabi mong okay, worth it yung paghihintay. Pagkatapos ng pagmamarinate, pagluluto, at paghihintay na maluto siya ng maayos, eto na rin sa wakas. Look at that! Ang ganda na ng panahon. Kanina, sobrang gloomy because of the typhoon. Tapos ngayon, ang liwanag na ulit. I don't know why, but sunny weather always puts me in a better mood. And I was actually about to grab a drink from the fridge. Pero naisip ko, tubig na lang. Trying to be healthy ko, no? And water is still the best anyway. And yeah, kakain na tayo ng lunch. Here's our lunch. Simple lang, but honestly, these are my favorite kinds of meals. Good food doesn't always have to be complicated. While I'm eating, I just want to share something to you guys. If you've known me for a while, you'll probably notice that I'm sharing more of my life now than I used to. There was a time when I was honestly scared to post anything personal online. I'd overthink everything and I'd ask myself, what if people judge me? What if they think I'm trying too hard? Or what if nobody even cares? I spent so much time worrying about what other people might think that I didn't realize I was stopping myself from doing things that actually made me happy. Don't get me wrong, I still believe not everything belongs on social media, and I think some moments are better kept private, and I want to keep it that way. But I also realize that it's okay to let people see little pieces of your life. This vlog is one of those little pieces. It's nothing extravagant. I'm literally just cooking, cleaning, eating, and living a pretty normal day here in Okinawa. But maybe that's exactly what it makes it special. Life doesn't have to be exciting every single day. Sometimes having a quiet day, eating good food, replying to messages, spending time at home, and simply feeling at peace, that's already something to be grateful for. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you've been holding yourself back because you're scared of what people might think, maybe this is your sign to stop overthinking a little. You'll never be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. The people who are meant to support you will stay, and the people who don't probably weren't your people to begin with. Anyway, enough of my little TED talk. Let me finish eating before my food gets cold. After eating, kailangan mo nang magpa-cute ng konti. Bayad ako dito eh. Charot. A little while later, Brandon finally got home from work. One thing I usually ask him is, anong gusto mong kainin? Pero most of the time, alam ko na rin naman yung sagot. So habang siyang bahala sa movie, ako naman ang bahala sa pagkain. And for tonight's movie, we decided to watch another episode of Black Mirror. If you've watched this series before, alam mong every episode is a completely different story. This one was called Shut Up and Dance, and grabe. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Black Mirror is such a good show. You should try watching it, guys, and let me know what you think about it. Here's another cute Rico video. After watching, it was finally time to take a shower, and this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the day. Parang after maligo, automatic na re-reset yung buong katawan at utak ko. Feeling fresh and feeling mabait ulit. So after my shower, I just keep my skincare pretty simple. Naglagay lang ako ng serum dyan, and to be honest, this serum is not really mine. Kay Brandon talaga yan, te. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang dami niyang skincare. And hindi niya ginagamit, so why not use it, right? Ako na lang gagamit, te. Para naman kuminis-kinis yung mukha natin dyan. Naglalagay din ako ng lotion mga te, and I do it every after shower kasi pinapractice ko yung sarili ko na maglagay talaga nun para moisturize lagi yung skin ko. Kasi I usually just stay at home and may AC dito. So kapag may AC, mabilis mag-dry yung skin. And I think kahit naman walang AC, parang I feel like I have a dry skin. So yeah, I put lotion to moisturize my skin. Etong lotion na to, hindi rin to sa akin. Sa kanya to, lahat ng ginagamit kong skincare dito ngayon is sa kanya. Hindi din niya ginagamit, so ako na lang yung gagamit, diba? Sayang lang din. Kasi ang gaganda din naman ng mga reviews ng mga skincare na meron siya dito. So, sabi nila, huwag ka daw magsusuklay kapag basa pa yung buhok mo kasi nga mas lalala yung hair fall mo. But then, hindi ako sanay na hindi sinusuklay yung buhok after shower. So, bahala na makalbo. Basta masuklay lang natin ang buhok na yan. And I'm always putting lip balm kasi nga dry yung lips ko. So, yeah, whatever, I need this lip balm. I got this on TikTok, so order yours. And this big ass mirror. Feeling ko pumayat ako, te. Feel ko lang naman. So, since hindi pa naman ako inaantok, and instead of going straight to bed, lumabas muna ako sa living room. And yeah, look who's here again, si Riku. Feeling ko, siya talaga yung main character sa vlog na to. Sa totoo lang, he's really cute. Since I still had a little bit of energy left, I opened my laptop, and if you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I write stories on Wattpad too. So before ending my day, I wanted to spend a little time working on Cabanata 28, and honestly, I love ending my nights like this. If you enjoyed this little glimpse into my life, guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you'd like to stick around, and come join me for more adventures here in Okinawa and wherever life takes us next. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, beautiful people!